Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Here we're back for another show, episode 77. And as you can see, we were supposed to have somebody, but we will continue on the show. Things happen, but we will have him back. Roger Bass, the senpai. We will have him returning in 2021. But a lot of news dropped. A lot of things got announced. Chainsaw Man, Mappa, Crunchyroll, Sony is being a whole monopoly. People getting a lot of different opinions, but we will give you the facts, the car facts. Well than that, let's get started. Let's have a good show. Let's enjoy ourselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Anime Lately podcast. I'm your host, Sam the Manga Man, and here with me are Brotakus. Introducing first, the most wholesome content creator, the director of anime, the certified king of games, Mr. Twitter Verified, Ray Apollo. Our next devilish handsome devil is a demon in a Black Clover community. He has a great love for Weekly Shonen Jump, the Hurricane Typhoon, Legendy Bash, the Nutter Butter Lover, the wholesome guy, the man who's watched only 6 episodes of Hunter x Hunter. I'm sorry, folks, you gotta give up that dream. He's not gonna catch up anymore. Miguel Parra. And finally, our last Brotaku brother-in is the CEO of Careful Spoilers Podcast Network, founder of the No Anime, No Life Facebook group. He is JB, exclusive, the incredibly talented James Barnes. How are y'all doing, gentlemen?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Man, another episode, another great time with the boys.
Indeed, that's a fact. I am getting old, that's for sure.
Every day. Yeah, you get literally getting older every day.
Nah, it's just my knee. It's just I'm still stunned about that. It's just
Go ahead and tell the story. Go ahead and tell them.
I hit my knee at work. I hit it. You know, my job don't want to have a whole elevator work and everything. So I was just resting at work. I was just chilling in the break room. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna just finish eating, take my sweet ass time. And then I just sat too close inside the table, and then my knee hit, you know, the stuff under the table. So it hit the knee bone and everything. And I hit around 6, like 3, 4, 5 hours later, and it still hurts. And I'm like, the fuck, I feel old, because usually back when I was younger, it used to heal like within an hour and a half. Now it just stinks, and I'm like, damn, I feel old.
To summarize,
Ginger ale and
Ginger
some
Gatorade.
Some Vicks Vapor Rub, and you'll be fine.
Some Vicks Vapor Rub.
Guess
You'll
what?
be all right.
Guess what? My girl did some Vicks Vapor Rub on the knee, and she massaged
Of course she
it.
did. Of course she did.
And she massaged it, and it feels a lot better a bit.
She is from the culture. She understands. Oh man, I mean, and Steve know all about that, don't you, Steve?
Yo, I still can't laugh that this dude wears socks to go to sleep. On the timeline, people was roasting him that he could wear socks to go to sleep. I can't do that.
You deserve to get roasted for that one, Steve.
Like, I
deserve
get
it,
it.
bro.
Like, I get a sock with sandals, but to actually wear socks to go to sleep, like, nah.
That's the
Get it.
only time that I don't wear socks. Like when I'm home, I wear socks when I walk around.
I hate socks, but I like, and the worst place for them to be next to the shower is the bed. So like, Steve, you gotta change your life, bro. Hold on, I gotta go find this post so I can roast him too. Dang, Steve.
Just search Scuba Steve socks or something like that. It should pop up because a lot of people was roasting me from the timeline
Let
before.
let me see. I'm about to roast Scuba Steve.
I'm sorry, Scuba, you're cool, yeah, but I just can't, like, once I saw it on the timeline, it's just insane. Like, I hate socks, but if I could choose, I would not wear them. But the reason I do is I'm at home is because I have sweaty palm feet, so that's why I laugh on my, my pores. So the reason why I wear them in the house still, even though it's cold. But once I go to bed, I take shirt off, socks off, and everything. I make sure just underwear on is everything. But nah, Scuba go to sleep with socks off. Like, nah. How? Why? And he says
My
it's
feet too
comfortable.
big for that nonsense. I'll be very honest. Socks are just like a restriction on my feet. I hate it. And they're like, get bigger socks, man. Do you know that there's a certain size they just stop making socks for?
Yeah.
Like they're just like, oh, well, your feet can squeeze into these. Is what they're like. Hey, too bad. I ain't buying custom size socks. I won't. Nope. Oh man.
And the scuba said, I bring my towel, socks, and underwear to the shower, and sometimes I forget my underwear, but he don't forget his socks though.
Steve, I'm gonna need you to stop. Stop.
Yo, we should definitely have Steve on the show one day.
Maybe. I don't know.
Why
After
not?
that, that's offensive. I don't know.
And just roast him on the show.
No, you just want somebody to get roasted other than you. So no, we're not gonna do that. No.
I know that will never happen.
That's true. That's why I was hoping Roger would be here so we could roast you about some other stuff, but not tonight. Not tonight.
Oh yeah, for those that are asking about Roger and everything, that he was supposed to be here for the people that's gonna watch the VOD, he was supposed to be, but under some circumstances, he couldn't. So he'll be coming out in 2021 in January. We already spoke in that month he'll be coming back, and we'll again speak about Solo 11. We will talk about more Attack on Titan because by then there will be probably 6 to 8 episodes out by then.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking about more of Attack on Titan and more theories that Ray will probably be gushing about, and me. By episode 6 in it, I will be going blind with Ray. So me and Ray will be like, yo, what the hell's happening? So very exciting stuff for that, for sure.
I'm very excited. I'm ready for this next episode, let me tell you.
I mean, since we're already on the topic, let's talk about the first episode from this new season.
Yes, so the first episode of the final season of Attack on Titan premiered last Sunday, and boy, oh boy, it's dark already.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like that was a darker start than the original series, like for real.
Yes.
They
went a new level of.
I mean,
dark.
it's a war. Like in war, it's very, very dark. So it's like, ooh boy. But no, I enjoyed it because, and that's why I like this. Like it's very well done. Like it's like, oh, like no, they're telling a story with characters, and there's people who have the reasons for doing their things. And it's not, they're not good people, but it's like this is what's happening, and we're just kind of watching it unfold. And I'm like, I mean, if you watch the reaction, you can see it's all over my face. It's like, what in the hell is happening?
It really is like though. It really is what is happening because like last season it was like people versus people, and before that it was just people versus Titans.
Wait.
And now,
and plus, before we say any more about the episode, people that have not seen the episode, come back in the next 15-20 minutes because we're gonna be talking about full spoilers about the first episode.
Are we going full spoilers on it?
I think we should about that first
for the
episode.
I mean, I feel like we could do that.
Yeah, like there's a full discussion and everything. So that's why I'm trying to
Well,
tell people, if you have not seen the episode,
that's
come
why I kept
back,
it kind of vague.
watch it. So come back in 20 minutes. We're gonna have a full discussion about it. So if you have not seen it, come back later, watch the VOD and anything else. Sam, you can continue.
I was gonna say since we're on spoiler now it's people with Titans are fighting with other people, and that ain't a fair fight. It's not a fair fight.
Trying to get Titans back. Yeah, bro. And that's wild.
This story is very grounded, even though with all the mysticism surrounded Attack on Titan, it's very grounded. It's like this is a battle for nuclear weapons, essentially. Like this is invading other countries.
That's exactly what I thought.
Have dangerous weapons, and we need them for ourselves to protect ourselves and our people.
Yep,
and that's really what it is, man.
Yep, that was immediately what I associated it with when I was watching. I was like, yeah, they're basically fighting for weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah,
literally is that's what they're fighting for. And I'm like, that's ridiculous, but it's also fantastic at the same time. It's like a storyline. It's like, oh, okay, they don't have nuclear weapons, but they have nuclear weapons.
We briefly talked about it before, but Ray, for you, what did you think of seeing like what life is like outside the walls with advanced weapons, like the armored train, the anti-Titan weapons? Like, what did you think about that stuff?
There's a literal whole other like world that exists, and it's like, wow, they really put them over here on this island and made them feel like this was the only thing that existed. And I'm like, that's dirty, first of all. Like, wow. And it's like, even if you did it to protect them, bro, that's not protecting them. Because now I feel like it's going to be 10,000 times worse because they did that. Honestly. So like, okay. So I'm like, A lot of people gonna die this season.
Whoever does the whole body count counts. for
I'd be
all
very
the
curious to
season.
see it. Yep.
Sam, body counts were already done in the first episode when that army guy had to literally go on top of his own brothers in that battle. He literally saw that there was piles of bodies. To count that many bodies is like insane.
It doesn't make sense. There's so many bodies, it just doesn't make sense to count.
Yeah.
Is it impossible?
Somebody's gonna do it though, but I'll appreciate that person, whoever does it. But somebody's gonna do it.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was really nice to see these Titans in a different battle situation, because usually it's just them versus these tiny people who are zigzagging around, and I'm like, haha, they're at a complete disadvantage. But this was fairly even, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Which was very surprising and really refreshing to see for the series, is that they had a formidable opponent. Like the Titans weren't the absolute power. This is great.
They had Titan cannons for them.
Man, bro, when like they shot that tank, I was like, oh, well, he's clearly just gonna bounce off him. No, went through his arm, and I was like,
blew it off, clean.
Oh,
off.
When that happened, I was like, oh no, this is not good for them.
Yeah.
But it also immediately also got me super hyped, because it's like, oh no, so it's just not easy. So they can't just pop in Titans whenever they want and everything's fine. No, I love that.
It's fair game.
Yeah, it immediately explains why Marley had to invade Paradise Island, because they knew their time of Titan power being the end all be all was limited.
Yeah.
The only way to win is with the founder.
Ah, man, that's
And they
crazy.
said that they lost 3 Titans, so they only have 5 of the 9. So that's insane, because they said that they lost a founding Titan, the attacker Titan that is with Eren.
Well, technically Marley has 4. The fifth one doesn't belong to them.
Yeah, because 2 of them got mixed in one. Yeah, you're right. So that's the insane part.
Don't say nothing else about that.
Yeah, you might want to pause.
No, I won't. There's nothing.
Oh, I know you won't.
No, I didn't say anything.
You won't.
I didn't say anything. Don't worry, Ray. I am good. I will not go spoiler.
Okay, Mikhail.
Hold him to that, chat.
Hold him to that. But no, I'm really, really excited to see where this goes. And like I'm already like I know I can't go like reread stuff after these are done, because it's a wrap. So I can't do it. I gotta wait. I'm just gonna wait. So when's it supposed to end? Do we have an end date for the season?
So far from what the leakers and have said is that there's only 16 episodes, and they're implying that this is only part 1. They haven't officially said it or announced that this is part 1. Like, you know how previous season was season 3, part 1, part 2. They haven't yet officially announced it like that, but so far right now they're only saying that this is 16 episodes. But obviously there has to be more. So
Well,
Yeah, I think it makes sense, because they're literally starting in December, and then they're going to be rolling over to the winter anime season, which gives them another 12 and more or less leftovers as well, because they're also taking a break during New Year's. So like we're going to have to skip from...
Well, that's obvious, because most animes take a break that same week. Is either they take a break within Christmas and New Year's week, or they're taking the break only the same week of New Year's. So that's always been done within every year. So that was bound to happen.
Yeah, true. But then you already know that there's always going to be that cliffhanger that makes you like, now you have to wait 2 weeks into that new episode for it. Just like we get from My Hero Academia, we're going to get the same thing with Attack on Titan. That long 2-week break, we're going to be waiting for that good cliffhanger episode. And I want to see Ray's face when that happens.
God,
because I'm pretty sure I know where they're gonna stop before they go on that 2-week break.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think I
but
know where they're
Steve,
stopping.
to answer your question, the anime adapts the manga exactly the same. Where you ended off in season 3, there's a time skip to this point, and it starts off with the war in Marley. So that's exactly the same way it happens in the manga.
Yeah, the only difference is that what they did, James did a fact check that same day that we spoke about it, is that in the anime, Reiner lost his arm. In the manga, he didn't. He used a rail of a tower and used that as the weapon against the tank, instead of actually using the tank as the weapon itself.
Yeah, so it was way better in the anime, if I'm being honest.
Because
I agree. Yeah.
It's because Ray said it perfectly that day. He said is that using the tank and showing that his arm got cut off, it shows of how much strong these bullets or cannons are against the Titan. Like, it shows that these bullets / cannons are really formidable against these Titan itself, because we thought these Titans are so strong. Like, what can you beat them with? Just cutting their napes. No, you just send a whole cannon bullet, it just kills them, or take a whole
it's
armor.
crazy to think, because on Paradise they were able to create the Thunder Spears.
Yeah.
These are
Mhm.
huge tank rounds.
I mean, it's like like the Thunder Spear is like pre-take round essentially.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
like, so just a little bit more time and a little bit of science. They'll come up with those. Like, I guarantee they would. It's just, man, that, like, seriously, like one direct hit from one of those would kill a Titan straight up.
And
I would not
I think
want them to make a movie to end Attack on Titan. That does not work for me. I need a full, like, 24, 26 episode run.
So the only thing I'd be worried about with a movie is kind of like what happened with Full Metal Alchemist the first time around. I don't know how I'd feel about that, because that would obviously be to change things. Like, it wouldn't be to wrap stuff up; it would be to change things. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like an Attack on Titan movie would do. Actually, I don't really know how an Attack on Titan movie would do, to be honest.
I
don't think so.
work.
It can't really work because
Yeah.
they're gonna need to do some flashbacks with the movie and stuff like that.
There's too many intricate details towards
Right.
the end where we're at right now to
Mhm.
put it into a movie. That's not gonna work.
I agree. I don't
So,
want
like-
I don't want a movie as well. I feel like that's just trying to cut corners, trying to cut the
Mhm.
story. I'd rather have part 1 as a 16 episode, then part 2 be the next 12 or probably 14 episodes. Have a complete season 4 of 30 episodes. I don't mind
Yeah.
that, but I
I
rather
just
don't want a
don't
movie.
see it falling apart like this. Like, Isayama has been so involved with the anime. Like, the reason why season 2 took so long is because he had a deal that the manga had to be a certain amount of volumes and chapters
Ahead.
of the anime for them to continue. So I don't see them just rushing 16 episodes on a movie at this point. Like, we're
Yeah,
already
like,
towards the end of the manga.
has-
Just wait and do the whole thing.
Exactly. He has worked so far to have almost a masterpiece. And not saying that it isn't. The reason I say almost, because it hasn't yet finished.
Yeah, it's not
But-
done. Yeah.
But he knows what it is for a series to be ahead, and when the anime is catching up, aka Black Clover, aka One Piece, a series that has a lot of pacing issues in the anime, where One Piece gets adapted one chapter per episode, and that's slow. That's why a lot of people hate watching the anime, because of the pacing issues. But exactly what James said is the reason Isayama asks about that is because they don't want to have the same, where they have to have filler pacing issues. They want to continue having 2 or 3 chapters per episode and done well, so it can lead up to where we are now. And to me, that's great, because when a creator has their own opinion in their own animation, it's because he cares of how his adaptation is going to look as well.
Yeah, like how I see it is, like, once the last volume book of Attack on Titan comes out into like Japanese bookstores and stuff like that, is when they might announce their season 4 part 2 of their series. Most likely, maybe the fall of 2021, or possibly.
Who the hell knows? Mappa has JJK and now Chainsaw Man and everything, which we will talk about that later and everything.
Yeah,
but
they're
it's
gonna be
like
busy.
it's like they're busy, and even though they're a staff of 300, and who knows if they're gonna hire anymore, which I hope they do, and don't overwork their staff. It just depends on when they plan to do it, and hopefully Isayama tells her that, hey guys, don't rush my work. Like, hopefully say, hey, I don't want my work to be rushed, and hopefully Mappa don't try to overwork their staff either.
But it makes sense to me that they pick up Chainsaw Man, especially when the opening of Attack on Titan, that the opening for that new season 4 is like, okay, yeah, all right. Now I can see them picking up Chainsaw Man now because of that opening. Because after
I
listening
get
to it a few more times, okay, I'm liking it, because this opening does describe this entire 4th season.
James,
Yeah,
has
and
it gone on you yet?
It's growing on me now.
It's starting to, and the visuals actually make way more sense than you think it does. Like, when I think about, like,
I
Right,
wouldn't
like-
focus. I wouldn't focus too
we're
much
starting
on
to
it
think
because
now.
it's a spoiler.
No.
But yeah, don't
There's
focus.
no
No, don't
There's
do it.
no context.
I already watched it, bro.
There's no context. There's zero context.
One of my favorite scenes is when we have the soldiers marching. I don't know why about that scene, but I love the score and the animation of that scene. It just suits so well, and it just is amazing. It's just, and what Ray said during the reaction is, like, they have the backstory of the Cold War, or I think that was World War II that they took a lot of reference of.
For sure, it was World War II. Yeah,
World War
Yeah,
II.
World War II then.
Yeah.
So that to me was very beautiful to see those type of not foreshadowing, more of those Easter eggs and everything of what has happened within our own time, but in the story, I found it really beautiful and done well in anime. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, Attack on Titan has a lot of German influence.
Oh, for
Just-
sure.
like completely.
Ray hated the hats. He said those hats are ugly. It just straight up saw the hats like they're ugly.
Those hats are, no, they're so hideous.
Yo,
It's basically like they were like, hey, what's a fez but worse? I was like, ew, God, this is terrible.
But it's more hilarious when Ray was commenting on the dude that did not shoot Gabby. He's like, "Why are you not shooting her? You're gonna regret this." And then he regretted it afterwards because
Instant regret.
Another thing that I really like about Attack on Titan that showed up in this episode was how the Eldians are on the front lines. Like back in the day, like when black people were allowed to serve, we were on the front lines. We were the fodder that had to be on the front lines and march first, but so that you can clear the way for the other soldiers. And this is the same way for Eldians in Attack on Titan. And I really like the symbolism. Like there's a lot of great symbolism in Attack on Titan, and I love it.
and I love the details showing of how each of the soldiers were scared. They was praying for the partners and everything. Like they were like scared.
Anybody would be scared in that situation. You're gonna be in the front line of fire.
You're facing a firing squad, and your commander's like, "Yeah, just cross the line and
like,
clear the
yeah,
path."
they had to give them a whole suicide squad and they like strap them into dynamite and bombs, hoping that they get close enough there.
They literally called it the Suicide Squad. Those people have bombs on them and everything. Like that was insane.
The mentality of that guy telling them like, yeah, you have to pay for your ancestors' sins, and it's like,
Which
wait,
is fucked up.
what?
It's super fucked up. And I was like, nope, don't like that.
Bro, that was 2,000 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah,
bro.
Like, why do I have to repay for them? They did it 2,000 years ago. I am 2,000 years different. Like that bothered me when I read that in the manga.
Oh man. But yeah, this is gonna be a very intense season, especially for this first part. I don't even know what to say even more for that second part of season 4.
There's nothing you can say. You just have to see
I can't say anything. It's like, there's no way. It's just.
I'm just excited. I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to it regardless. I want it. I need it.
Exactly what Ray said, because I can't wait to pass by, because I did the math, because I stopped by chapter 110. And if we continue doing 2 chapters per episode, I should be going blind with Ray by episode 6 or 7.
Next year, then.
Yeah, well, obviously
Okay.
next year, yeah. So by episode 6 or 7, I'm going fully blind where I don't know crap. So once I pass it, I'm like,
Good
yo,
for you.
You're right. What the hell is going on? And Ray will be like, me neither. I don't even know.
Nope. Don't know. Don't know at all.
And I wish Roger was here, but he said it in so many of his Attack on Titan streams. Like, there's so many moments from the manga that have potential to be some of the biggest anime moments in history.
Agree.
Like, there's just so much crazy shit, bro.
Okay.
Like, I can't say anything else. But
And let's talk about what you just said, animation. Was everybody okay with the new studio animation wise? Because because I'm asking, because you know how the timeline and everything, because the whole animation was mixed with 3D and plus 2D and plus CG and everything. And to me, it was smooth. The only thing I saw that was a bit shaky was the Beast Titan. But the only time that was like a bit shaky, it was the far shots. In any anime, if you look at far shots, they're not always perfect. Obviously, because it's far shots.
I'll be honest. The only part to me that was shaky was the train. That was it. Like the train was literally the only thing that looked strange.
I think I
in
saw
certain spots.
I think I saw someone post that they complained when they showed the scared soldiers shot, and they didn't like that. I was like, wait, what?
I thought that other than that, I thought the episode was really well done. Like it's the reason why I say it's fine that this is in a different style is because it's a different type of action currently. We're not in maneuver gear right now, and so it's like it doesn't need to look like that right now. But I feel like it looks fine for what I think it holds up to what we've seen before from Attack on Titan. So I'm like, I don't really see what the big deal is. And I'm like, half the people who are complaining, you ain't never animated anything in your life, so I really don't care what you think.
if I'm being honest, like the animation is nowhere near as good as Wit Studio to me, but it's
Oh, yeah.
not bad.
No.
It's not bad at all. I like it. I actually think the Armored Titan looks insanely good. Especially
I thought he looked great. Actually, I was like,
Yeah.
no, it looked like it actually looked detailed for the first time in a while. That
Yeah.
last season, it looks really bland. If you ask me,
It
it
looks-
looks way more detailed this season.
I 100% agree with what you said because from Wit, I feel like when they make the Armored Titan a Rainer, it kind of camouflages with the background. But I feel like with this from Mappa, it kind of separates the foreground from the background. Where when he's moving, you could tell that's him actually moving, not just a whole still form. So I love that as a detail of an animation.
I mean, so I feel like the best animations from the previous seasons were of the humans in the 3D movie gear. Like
Yes.
that was where the animation was the best. And like I said, that's not here this time.
And
So like
that's-
if the animation is if they're putting the animation into the Titans, yo, yeah, please. Like seriously.
That's exactly what you said, Ray. Remember when Levi was going through the whole town and everything?
That
That
was
did animation.
sick.
He's a human
It was
trying
sick.
to separate
I
the
loved
house
it.
and everything. That was beautiful.
Mhm.
Now we're gonna focus on Titans and what's going on, and that's what I'm excited for.
I mean, plus Beast Titan just ugly. So I mean, that's never gonna be easy to animate. That thing is just ugly, straight up.
I hate staring at him because like I just see a six.
He is unsettlingly ugly.
It's just weird, and like just seeing a whole six pack and then just bland of the stomach, and then just goes from there from all fur. I'm like, I don't know, it's weird, but I do agree with that.
It's ugly, bro. I like the music. The music is my new favorite phrase for stuff like this is beautifully haunting, and I'm like, it's unsettling, but it's also pretty, and I'm like, you know, those two things don't mix. So, but it works for what I think this is.
Mhm.
So
I have to give ending over opening. I like the ending more than the opening for me.
I really like the ending. Yeah.
I mean,
think the ending fit.
I like them both kind of even. Like, you know, I'm not like super
Be
like
like this.
up on both of them, but like
yeah,
they're
like-
kind of like
It
they're
still
kinda even
works.
for me.
It still
Yeah,
works
it
for
works.
this entire season for
Yeah.
sure.
It works, but I'm like, it's like it's fine. It's not that weird opening from what's that one called? Noblest.
Oh yeah, it's not as bad
That
as
was
I agree.
just
It's not good.
super
And
weird.
That's
plus-
the worst opening this year.
I don't get why people kept saying that the opening did not show. A lot of people complain. I'm like, people were saying that opening spoiled a lot. I'm happy this one did not spoil anything.
I feel
Yeah.
like they knew that though. Like,
Yeah.
you can't
The
spoil
studio
anything
knew
going
that.
into this
The
season.
studio knew that, and I'm happy. They literally show explosions, color, and the show
It's like don't spoil
Titans
nothing
slash
for
birds
me.
falling.
Like
I'm
please.
like,
Yeah.
And-
You would have to be current on the manga and like analyzing every single detail to pinpoint anything. Like there's absolutely no context whatsoever.
James, stop.
There isn't though.
James, stop.
There's nothing to figure out. There's no way you would figure it out.
Stop it. Stop
But
it.
I do want to temper expectations for the next episode. It will be very exposition heavy.
me, I don't
Very,
mind.
very,
I
very,
like lore.
very
But
exposition.
didn't that hasn't Attack on Titan always had that though?
Yes,
Yeah.
but you know how some people
I just
react
don't understand. So it's like I'm just like, but have you not been watching the series? Like,
It's exactly what Ray's saying. Like, wasn't this the whole time about Eren finding a key for the
Yeah.
first 4 seasons?
I'm like,
Sorry,
bro,
3
they do a
seasons
lot of talking
was
in the
about
show,
a
and it's really
key.
important conversations. Like
Yeah.
it's them telling you the story through the characters, and like you pay attention. Like that's all you guys. And then they'll get back to Titan smashing shit, but like they're gonna tell you why they smashing shit for a minute, and, and that's okay. God, praise brain challenge accepted. Really though, really though.
That's how it'd be something in the group chat. It'd be like, I said this, or like one of us said something like challenge accepted.
I am very curious to see if any of Ray's theories will come true because you're
I'll be
really
curious, too.
good. You're really, really good at that stuff. So I really
We'll
want to
see.
see. what
We'll
you
see
figure
this season because I'm like, I'm like, I'm gonna let the first like 4 episodes just kind of rock. But if something like hits me, it'll happen. Like it's just gonna be like, okay, well that's weird. I wonder why this person is here and was vaguely obscured.
Very weird indeed. Very
Well,
weird indeed.
What I'm excited is for the time skip designs of said characters. I can't wait to see how
Yes.
they look. Like
I am also curious
in-
to see how the rest of them look.
in anime format because we saw it in the manga, but I'm curious to see how it's gonna
And-
be.
I mean, and the
what's
poster.
Mikasa look like now? I gotta see what she looks like now. I'm curious.
Have you not seen the posters for the final season?
I
Oh,
kept
you seen the
I
posters?
kept
Okay,
waiting for
then.
everything. The only person that I've seen is Aaron because of the teaser trailer.
Okay.
Oh
So-
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
How?
Oh.
Okay, so if you did want to look at the posters, you can see how everyone looks post time skip.
I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah.
I waited this long. I'm just gonna
might,
wait.
you might as well, because
Yeah.
you're gonna see them in like 3 episodes.
And I probably shouldn't go Google nothing anyway because
But don't ever
stuff
Google
pops
anything.
up all the time. Yep.
Don't ever go anything.
yeah, just
Not
at
gonna
this
do
point,
it.
just wait.
Yep. Just gonna wait.
It's gonna be worth it. I promise you.
So Bryce says I was more jarred by the music than the animation, but I don't know about critiquing that. So far the opening is hella stressful, like heck. This is really a war, and the ending is great. And then Scuba says, I love it. Story is everything. We agree with this whole panel. We love story over any type of action as long as go with it very well. Bryce said, so I am one of the normies. I remember telling him how slow some episodes in the last season were slow, but I get exposition.
Yeah, dude, I am telling you, this final season is literally where everything changes. It's a completely new
Final
game.
season. I'm
The
glad.
Attack on Titan that you saw before no longer exists. This is a whole new thing, and you're about to have your mind destroyed.
I would
Like,
also
what's happening?
I would also say pay attention to the mid cards, like before like those like breaks, because it actually does give you some more information too.
True.
True, yeah.
But also if it helps, if you have the time for the audience that likes to take on Titan, and if you don't have a great memory, try to watch some episodes because everything is a callback. That's one thing I do remember from the manga nerd and storytelling. Everything has a callback to even the first freaking goddamn episode. That's how
Dude.
everything's so detailed.
There is one Easter egg in this episode, and this is like chapter 91. There's an Easter egg in this that's in 135, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Wasn't 135 the most recent chapter?
It
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Damn. Okay.
When I saw it, I was like, Isayama, you fucking genius. This is chapter 91, and it
That-
connects in 195, bro.
What's so even
That-
much better is people who read the manga and following it, and then watching the anime now, like, oh my god, it connected. Oh,
That's
Yeah,
the one thing
God.
I
it's
wish
insane.
Oda was like. That's why, like, as much as I love Oda and he's a great storyteller, but sometimes he forgets stuff or chooses to, or because he doesn't want to do it no more because of time, because he's been doing this for 20-something years. But that's something that I wish Oda was really good as much as Isayama. And, like, that's why I give props to Isayama of how much work he has put in and time. Like, he has done interviews and said that he's been having the story and knows the end goal since he wrote it. Oda said the same thing, but he has said he has changed it so many times. Isayama has never said he is changing. He
I
has kept
only
the same
believe
story.
one of those people.
Yeah, same here. And as much as I love Oda, but he has changed a lot of stories before. Sorry, a lot of arcs within the stories before. Isayama, from what I've seen interviews, he has kept the same thing. And James could say today that a lot of Easter eggs have been from chapter to chapter. Just like he said now, chapter 91 has a foreshadowing of chapter 135. That's a crazy callback.
It's
Yeah,
weekly.
it's
It's weekly manga versus monthly manga. With Isayama, he has the advantage.
That is true. That's the pros and cons of having a monthly series to a weekly series. Because you have to rush it out, put the story in. Yeah, I guess that's the pros and cons for it.
Joel says, I love how Ishiyama made from a psychological horror shonen to a political, social, and political critique.
That is very true.
What if I told you it was a political and societal critique the entire time?
It really was.
Yeah.
It was.
It
Yeah, it
was
was.
actually.
It was like since the beginning.
It really was.
If people remember the first episode when everyone woke up from his nap, it literally has been there since that first line he said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
like
is all a reflection on how people treat other people when they're in positions of power.
Power, exactly. Exactly.
Racism, fascism, and all those
Fascism,
type of-
yep. Racism, fascism, yep. It's all there. Has been from the start. I mean, they had that inside the walls. They literally had different levels where people could stay based on their socioeconomical status.
they had hierarchies and everything.
had-
Yeah.
Military
had-
police used to murder people for making advancements in science. They murdered people.
So yeah, it's always been about that.
It's crazy. I think I saw this a couple weeks ago when people were catching on to Titan, and people said that they were disappointed when they saw a photograph as the key of the base. I'm like, people don't really think Photograph is a huge scientific development back in our days, and when they have that in a world of Attack on Titan where they never knew of what is a picture,
Well, I
that's a
mean,
huge
not even
development.
that. This is a civilization of people that started over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which
They started
technically-
over.
Yeah, which technically they never knew that they had to start
And
over.
they started over within a modern world.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
within an
wild,
island.
bro.
Within an island.
That's what I'm saying. They completely started over, completely disconnected from everything else. So everything they came up with. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
to a point, I guess.
I mean, when
but,
you think about how many people have died from like sickness and disease and all of these different things that could have been avoided, but nope, we have to keep our small little world together. It's messed up, man.
very,
Just
very
like
messed up.
Linus said, I'm so tired of walls. I think we're all a
Yo,
little
that
tired
was
of walls
such a
right
great
now.
line. That was a great line
Uh,
in the anime.
Yeah,
It
because I
was
mean,
beautifully done.
even in Marley, Eldians live behind
Behind
walls.
the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Which Ray's gonna
It's
find out very
only-
soon.
It's only through joining the military, like joining the military in real life, is where you get benefits, discounts, and you get treated differently and all of this stuff. Like, there's a lot of real world stuff in Attack on Titan, man. It's
It
It's like
sucks,
too real, like
It
way
used-
too real. Yeah,
way too real.
way too real.
but I got to see how it ends.
We're throwing children into the military now.
Yep.
too real.
Except one person
Too
was
real.
hella happy. Our girl Gabby, she was really done well.
I mean,
Yeah, because I mean, joining the military is the highest honor
yeah.
Yeah.
that you could possibly have as an Eldian
But
for your
then,
family.
above that, it's being one of the chosen warriors. You know, that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. But it's also like, you like this a little too much, though. So I'm gonna need you to calm down.
hella excited.
Sociopath.
Mhm.
Oh, but yeah, at least like they weren't willing to risk 800 soldiers for the chosen soldier. Well, actually, no. Technically, they were. He was thinking about it. He didn't
He
want
was.
to.
He was definitely gonna do it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But what I'm curious, Ray, I'm sorry, James, Sam, don't answer. Chat, do not spoil. But I'm very curious because I do not remember if Rhino lived or dead. I do not remember. From what happened at the end of that episode, like, wait, I'm not trying to remember, like,
What?
is he dead or alive?
What would you be more happy of? What decision of that would you be more happy
Hey,
of?
bro, he dead.
We don't know about the neck. Remember,
I don't care. Give it to somebody else. I'm tired of seeing him.
I literally don't remember. I was trying to figure out. I was like,
I'm done with him, bro. I want somebody
Uh,
else. Like, it's like, hey, you got plenty of people lined up ready to be that Titan.
what?
Next.
They
Why
have
are you
6 kids
tired of
there.
him?
Listen, if I have to hear him complain
About walls.
about how nobody likes him anymore, swear to God, you know why people don't like you, but it's fine.
But the thing is, it's like he's in a really sticky situation. What would you do if you're pretty much in concentration camps and you are giving the opportunity to become a warrior, and they tell you if you do this, your family will be set for life?
But you have to kill everybody else like you. Dang, bro.
Yes, but you are also conditioned from the time you were born to think that these people's lives don't matter. Much like in
That's
real
why-
life in war.
That's why
Like
he
most
had.
German kids were brought up to not value Jewish life. There were little kids in Hitler's army.
They had a youth department, literally.
Yes, it's
that's-
ridiculous, bro.
But that's what he
So no,
had.
I don't like him.
No, I
don't.
get it, but I understand him the way James is saying because that's why he had a breakdown when he revealed himself and Aaron because he had that emotional side. He was a man of the military,
Well, I mean,
raised
he
up
started
like
to
that.
see, he started to see what he was doing. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
he realized what he had been doing and what had been done, and he was literally just tired. You know, he's like, how long can I keep doing this? You know, like I get it, but it's also like I'm ready for you to take a nap now forever.
Yo, kick the
So,
bucket.
but I'm sure he'll be around for a while. So, I don't like if he's one of the main characters at the start. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna be around for a while. Him and Grisha still got stuff to do. So,
Damn.
but
I'm
who said
excited.
that in chat? Steve. Good job, Steve. Plot armor titan. He right.
Oh,
It's
Shaka's
literally in his
here.
name.
Sorry, LSF is
Don't
here.
call him that. My boy. What's up, BB?
You ruined his identity again, huh?
Jeez, you can't even. You all just spoiling his own stuff, man.
Right?
Golly.
It's not like me, who's him on Twitter, spoiling his own series
That's
on the
different.
timeline. No lie, no lie. I think that'll be me if me and Sam do a series, or me and somebody else. I'll probably be I'll probably be LSF as well. I'll probably be spoiling the old series. Like, yo, I can't wait for you guys to see what happens in chapter 30 when only chapter 1 been out. I'll do the same thing and just same mistake on that as well. Like, damn.
That's why I wouldn't tell you the story.
We just finished talking about Attack on Titan because we gotta let the people who want it to, not be spoiled come back now.
Yes, because we've been talking about for about 30 minutes or less. So yeah.
But
let's
no,
go
very
on
good,
to-
very excited. Make sure you're watching the reactions every Sunday.
Yes, do that.
So let's move on to our next big series that we've all been touching. Solo Leveling.
So, yeah, it's real good.
All right, for those that know, Solo Leveling, if you guys want to read it, it's on Tapitoons, officially licensed from them. And if you want to read it, the first 15 chapters are free, right? The first 15?
I think it's 15. Yeah.
All right, so the first 15 chapters are free. And if you want to read
I hit that limit so fast, bro.
Yeah,
I was mad.
so fast.
And by the way, I went ahead and just bought it again because I was like, it's that good. I'm just gonna support them. And so I bought it again. Like, I bought the whole thing again.
Oh,
So
really?
I also bought it. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So chapters 1 through 15 is free. And then chapters, currently right now, they're on chapter 129. And if you want to read Tapitoons officially, it's down below in the description for the link. But
man.
we have already, we're
I
not
was
on
sitting
the
on the
same page.
toilet and hit 15, and I was like, "Fuck!" And my wife was like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Oh no, don't worry, I'm just reading." I was so mad.
She probably thought you ran out of toilet paper.
Or like I would drop my phone in the toilet or something like that. But I was like, "No, I'm just reading." And so I was like, "Okay, well, here, let me go ahead and buy this real quick."
But damn, that would suck if you read it like, damn, it's done. I fucking let's pay for it then. Whoa.
That's what I did. I was like, I want to support this series too. I know that we have a shared account, but I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it because I was like, I'm actually gonna read this and I really like it. And I like to pay for stuff that I really like. And it was
Same
like, I really like this, so I was like, I want to give them the money, so I did.
That's one reason why me and Sam went out of the way and bought all the chapters and everything for the whole team, for us to read it and for us to share and everything. And for those that are wondering, me and Sam did part 4 of our stream yesterday night. Good 3 to 4 hour stream that we did of Solo Leveling. We read chapters 75 through 89. We finished the Hellblazer arc, which it was freaking amazing. And now we're entering the Ant arc, not the Chimera arc, the Ant arc.
So
Fun
Hunter
Solo
Hunter's, that arc from Hunter Hunter is Chimera Ant arc.
Yes.
It's not like you would even know what that means, but whatever.
Right.
So yeah, Solo Leveling is a meathead of power fantasy. It is absolutely meathead.
Yeah.
But it's so much.
But
It's
it's
so
good
much.
meathead.
It's so
good
much fun.
meathead.
In a very well
There's
done video game
I
version.
don't care
of
what
Meathead.
nobody. The Meathead's not bad.
It's
Meathead
not.
is still fun. Like it's
I
fun,
love
but it can be
Ray,
well done, and
I
this is well
appreciate you
done.
for saying that because I hate when people say, "Oh, that's a meathead series." I'm like,
So
that's not a bad thing.
that's
I
not
don't,
bad.
yeah, like I don't see it as in like
Pisses me
offense
off.
or like I don't see anything wrong with
I
it.
go to the theaters and pay to watch comic book movies for a reason, bro. I like to be entertained. I like entertainment. You know what? I have emotions in real life. I don't need to read a story to make me feel something. God.
That's exactly what OSF said.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that though. But still, if that's the stuff you like, cool. But
Yeah,
like,
right?
I like to see people punch things sometimes, and it's great. And then they make me laugh. And then maybe sometimes there's anime titty. It's great. All right. Sounds like a great time.
over SAO.
Absolutely, 1000% agree.
I agree.
Yes,
I'm sorry to tell you,
yes.
SAO folks,
As
Solo
much
Leveling is infinitely better.
as much
agree.
as I
agree.
enjoy SAO,
Okay,
Solo Leveling,
I shouldn't say infinitely better because that's rude.
yeah, it's really
Much better.
just 3 muches, much better.
Yes, it's much better. The pacing is better. The characters are more consistent. The
Mhm.
power scaling is ridiculous, but also consistent. Believe it or not, it's good. It's very
What's
good.
your favorite part of Solo Leveling of the series? Like of how much you have read? What's your favorite part?
Nice try.
No.
I like Jinwoo is a very interesting character, but I really like. How do I say this without spoiling for anybody else? The system. I really like the system. It's a very interesting thing.
Me, I 100% agree. I'm not gonna go into details as well.
Like
because for
I
those-
know that sounds like a weird thing to say is my favorite, but like the system is like
No,
I
it's
really like that. It's
it's-
really cool.
It's 100% where you are because where James just read before chapter 35, for the system to tell him what he just did or had to do to survive and exactly what the system said, and he said it like survival of the fittest. He had to learn that
I
the hard
mean,
way.
So not to go into it because we're not.
Yeah.
Like one exists to preserve the other, but it's also vice versa. At this point, I think, which is really interesting. So I'm really excited to see how they break that down later on. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. Jinwoo is Ichigo. Otis fucking nailed it, bro. He's a more interesting Ichigo. Straight up. He is a much more interesting Ichigo. Straight up.
Because
I'll
they,
get
because
that.
case
give
they
you that.
really focus on Jinwoo.
Like, imagine if Ichigo actually cared about being a better Soul
Yo,
Reaper.
yo, you're right. I don't want to go. Damn.
Like, just imagine if Ichigo was like, I want to be the best damn Soul Reaper there is. Just imagine.
It works too because of what me and Sam spoke about last night on the stream. I don't want to go into details, but if you know what, I'm gonna just stay quiet.
Stay quiet, you.
Yeah,
Yeah, you shut up.
James, you
Shut
haven't
up right now.
James, you haven't had the chance to say what's your favorite part of Solo Leveling of the first 35 chapters, right? Like, tell us.
So I really like the universe and I really like Jinwoo. Like
Mhm.
when I started reading it, I was like, oh, this kind of reminds me of Magi Adventures of Sinbad.
Mm-hmm.
Like where Sinbad goes around and he goes to these different dungeons and you have to clear the dungeons to get more power, to get more weapons. And Jinwoo is doing all of this for his family. It's very easy for someone to get beat up, to not be good at something and just give up, but he will never give up because he knows what he has to do and he just won't ever give up. So that's a character trait that I really like in my MCs, and I really like the world that they've built so far. I'm up to 37 right now,
37,
and
okay.
I can't wait to catch up. Like this is a really, really good series. The art is amazing. It gets really gory sometimes. I love it.
Yes. From the
yeah.
start.
Yeah.
The art style is beautifully like the art is done so well in the detail. I like me and Sam was just on in the art that we were reading last night. Beautifully done. I love the hype moments. That's also something we should talk about. The hype moments. It really leads up to the expectation because it is great build up to what each moment of the arc happens, and that's what I love about it.
Try doing it in non-spoiler way, please. So, begin.
I did say that. I'm not gonna say anymore. Like
Okay. Oh, you're done. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna start talking about the police.
as much as I love to say the word that we have on our thumbnail and everything, like it's just great moments that builds up and everything that happens. Yeah, I'm gonna just.
Yeah. You done?
So,
You done? Okay.
As far as who I would want to animate it, either Ufotable, which would be
Ufotable as well.
Ugotable. Ugotable would be great, especially if they give them the fate treatment,
Mhm.
bro. Like just throw them the bag and let them do what they did to Fate to Solo Leveling. But I'm also a Madhouse guy. Madhouse could do like just I don't cancel everything else they're working on. Let them work on this.
But thing is, I hope they treat it well. I don't want no Crunchyroll original adaptation style like what they did with Gun High School or Tower of God. Solo Leveling needs to be that stamp. Like
First of all, I don't think that they're just gonna like Soul Leveling. I think knows its value and is going to sell to the people who really give them the most money. And the more money they put into it, the better it's gonna be.
So the two studios that would love to do this would be Madhouse or Bones. I think Bones would
Bones would be good too.
Bones would be okay.
incredible job with this.
So Madhouse is a 1-season wonder because they get bought up to do another season for another show immediately.
Yeah.
Like straight up, that's what it is. They get bought to do something else.
I hope it's not Mappa. I'm like, yo, if Mappa, if
I
we're
don't think
about to-
Mappa's gonna get that one at this point. No,
It's too much.
if they,
I feel like their animation style is too smooth.
I could still say, and people could be like, "What? No, I feel like Amazon will be the one to buy this one." Amazon, like at the end of the day, Amazon will buy this one. I think
They have the money.
they have the
Well,
money.
They have the money.
Villain Saga was done by Mappa too, so it's like
No, Wit Studio. No, they did it.
Yeah,
No,
that
Wit
was-
Studio.
no,
That was
sorry.
Studio. Yeah, bro.
Dororo.
It was
did
Dororo
Mappa.
that was
Yeah.
done by
Yeah,
Mappa.
they
Mappa
did
did
Dororo. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just
They
confused
did-
because
they
you know
did
race
Dor-
Amazon Prime.
They did Dororo
They
and
did?
Yeah, no,
Dororo
Dororo
Yeah.
did Mappa.
And Banana Fish.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. I mean, Wit Studio could do it too. Actually, I
Yeah,
don't-
Wit could do it.
Yeah, I don't see anything
Yo,
wrong with Wit
Wit-
Studio touching solo leveling. Either.
That
Yeah.
I don't. Let me see if they have any projects for the next. If they have.
But yeah,
anything.
Mappa got Chainsaw Man. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why does Beast Tie look like N64 Donkey Kong? Because
Wow.
that's literally what Beast Tie looked like. That's literally what he looks like. I'm like, wow, he's perfect.
All right,
That's exactly
so-
what he looks like.
Wit Studio has 2 projects for next year so far.
Ugly.
They have
Beast Titan hella ugly. I said it.
Wit Studio have Osama Ranking, never heard, and Vampire in the Garden, but that's all they have for next year in 2021.
So no, it's like, all right, cool, bet.
But I definitely would want Ufotable because for those that have seen the art style, Ufotable could do it good as Demon Slayer. The swords move and everything, and the type of blood of what shows and everything.
I
The
know
beast,
that
the
I know
spider?
that you haven't seen Fate, but the way they did Fate, I still is better than that what they did with Demon Slayer.
Oh no, I can
Don't
trust
care.
you. I've seen clips. I can trust you.
Like,
I've seen
but
clips.
Demon Slayer is amazing. But like, if I
I've
was
seen
like,
clips.
if I was to watch one of those 2 anime for the fight shows, or for the
Fate.
fight shows, for the fight scenes, I'm picking Fate.
Of
Fate.
course,
I'm
I've
picking
seen
Fate.
clips.
Straight
Uh,
up.
I've seen clips. I've seen a clip of the guy in Fate in gold armor versus a guy with red, like a red suit.
Archer. Yeah. That's
And that
Unlimited
felt-
Blade Works.
I
Yeah.
think that was like a 2 or 3 minute fight outside, and the animation was freaking god. Like the swords were
Mhm.
flying around there. I'm like, damn, this shit is
Yeah, that's
beautiful.
that's Blade Works, and Blade Works is sick, but it's not even like that fight is incredible, but like
Is
what
that
I,
hot?
that's the second one. That's not even Fate Stay Night. Bro, the Lancer versus Saber fight. I mean, Lancer versus anybody really was sick. So, look, okay, I'm just saying, I'm not knocking Demon Slayer, but Fate they
no, I
put some
trust you.
money into that.
I
So
trust you.
if they do what they did to Fate,
That's
2
what they got
solo
bankrupt.
leveling, it will go down as one of the best animated shonen, straight up.
I will be excited
Especially
for
with
that.
how fast he is, bro.
Yo, oh my
Those
God.
scenes would be insane.
Wouldn't it
just
be Wouldn't it be non-shonen technically? Because they're not really owned by
No.
Shonen Jump or
I know, but still,
non-shonen.
but I mean, it's the genre.
Yeah, the
Okay,
genre.
genre, yeah,
Yeah.
but like,
But it would be exciting just to see. Oh, but also, damn. Can I say the ability he has?
No,
No.
damn it, boy, no.
I can't wait to see the stuff he does with his abilities.
Yeah,
And the way he uses it in an anime.
and
Fuck, this
Joel,
is
you're
hard.
right. The Demon Slayer art is it has more of a pretty filter on it.
yeah,
Yes.
Straight up,
Yeah.
it's very pretty, which is fine. Like that's like it's just the styles, you know.
Yeah. But it's
So-
not oversaturated, which is
Exactly.
a good
Which I
balance.
appreciate. Yep.
So Steve brought up like, who do you think would get Undead Unluck? I feel like my
I want
answer is
Bones.
always Madhouse.
I want Bones.
Or
I think
Bones, dude.
No, Bones fits the style of an Unlock.
Bones can do
Bones
this
fits the
much
style.
better.
Of an Unlock, the way his powers and everything, the rule system.
You know who would be good at that too, though? Mappa. They would do a really good job with Undead Unluck. It's the same, like it's their vein. That's why they're getting so many right now. But yeah, I don't think they'll get it, but still.
Yo,
Man.
they have projects already for 2022. I see it on their site. Yeah, projects
Bless
until
their
2022.
employees. They're
Good
gonna be
luck.
working
Oh,
their
I mean,
asses
think
off.
about it. If they have 300 employees, that could be like 50 people for like what 6
Yo,
anime.
Guys, if you think about it, in the
That's
year,
a decent sized team.
in the year of 2020, they have 11 animes come out in this year of 2020. In this year of 2020, they have 11 series out. They have Attack on Titan, Buyakaya Battery, The Gymnastic Samurai, JJK, Mr. Love, Queen's Choice, Got a High School, Dohorodoro, Listeners, Grand Blue Fantasy, and Uchimera. Have you seen my time?
So another studio that could do Undead Unluck really well, I think, is Wit. We could do a really good job.
Wit, I
Yeah.
see Wit as well.
Yeah.
Wit
I
would
think
be
Wit
great
would
with
actually
Undead.
be a really good fit. So
Will would be good.
yeah.
Studio
Well-
Dean, hell no. From what I saw in the comments, Studio Dean should not touch anything that is deserve good adaptation. Because
Let's
Studio
see, who else
Dean,
could I see for Undead Unluck? Don't be bad, but A1 could do Undead
A1
Unluck,
would be beautiful because A1 did SAO and they do an amazing
and
job.
they did Darling and Franks as well, if I remember
Yes.
correctly.
Yes.
I feel actually no, I want A1 to do Undead Unluck. I think that'd be lit.
Yeah.
Give it to
Wait.
him.
How about Shaft?
Serious Chef?
Shaft does a lot of slice of life. type of
Remind me
stuff.
what they've done. Recently?
Shaft has done Fate Extra Last Encore, the Monogatari series. If you guys have seen any of the
Okay.
Monogatari series, which they're beautifully done. Goddess of Light. That's a Zelda anime.
I don't know what that is. Sorry.
They have done a lot of Monogatari series from what I see. Damn, they literally have done everything.
No, Otis. No, we are not giving it to Periot.
No, Parrot, no, stay away from that.
Parrot
Stay away-
needs to take a break.
There's that.
They
for
need-
work.
they need to go through their trading arc.
But I think Shaft would do a great job of Undead Unlock. Shaft would do a great job.
Now I just want A1 to do it. Sorry. Yep.
So Abby said Undead Unluck is easy to adapt. I mean, I'm not too technically sure about that. Like,
I think Undead Unluck would be a super fun anime.
Yeah,
just
it
be
would be
very
it would be
fun. Oh,
it would be
trust me.
real goofy, and that's what you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
which
It works for the series and for the comedy. I'm curious to know, for those that have not read the first chapter, it's not really a spoiler, but the first 2 chapters is literally his dick out. It just, but
dude, they censor that. They know to censor that.
But that's what I'm curious to know how the anime gonna do it. Like, if they're gonna put some underwear or something just to hide it or something like that. Is what I'm curious to know.
Black box, like they did in the manga. Literally,
I
they
hope they
black
do
boxed
that. I
it.
hope they do black boxing because that would be great comedy. Like that would be like if they literally do the black
That was
boxing
like
as well.
that's like the old way of censorship. It was just always the black box.
Who said that? Joel?
Just
Parrot has
it
done
is-
good Boruto and Black Clover.
It did Naruto and it did Bleach at the same time. And
Get-
you know how those are?
Go to timeout. You know what you just did.
I can't speak for Boruto, but I do
Listen,
feel like Black Clover.
You know that I love to read both of those series, but I will never watch them.
Black Clover has a
I
good
will
episode.
never
every,
watch them.
Black Clover has a good episode every 6 to 8 episodes. James, you
Sure.
could agree.
He said,
Sure.
see, James knows.
But good animation wise is what I'm talking about. Good episode is almost every one.
I agree with you.
But
I agree with you.
Good animation is every 6 or 8, and that's
Oh, he reiterates recently. It's not good enough for me, bro. No. I'm gonna keep reading and be fine. I'm saving my time.
nah.
It's time that that I spend watching those, I could be reading more Solo Leveling. No,
I
thank you.
mean, I think you'll definitely tune in for like the current arc whenever that gets animated.
What you get
That's
to that,
true. This current arc, I absolutely will watch in Black Clover.
it'll be the
yes.
first week of January. The first week
And
of
I will say
the
that
new
whenever
year.
they finally add the good stuff to Boruto, I will absolutely watch that too. To be completely honest with
Supposedly
you.
is the first month of January. Supposedly from the leaks of the titles
Well,
and
shit.
stuff.
I mean,
Like, damn.
wasn't last January? Well, yeah, like last January they did the whole time, like flashback time or something like that.
So
with
they
flashback
just like
the
yeah,
time?
that was like 2 arcs ago.
Those were the Sasuke stuff and
They're
everything
getting
went
they're
back in
getting
time.
they're getting into
that
the good
was
stuff.
during January, if I remember correctly. It's like when they go back in the past and whatnot.
Correct. And,
Otis, excuse me, what? I gotta look this up, but I don't know how to look it up. If
Doesn't
anybody's
matter.
got a name, I'm curious because that sounds like it ain't gonna go well.
Yeah,
The internet's gonna rip that
Sam,
apart. Bro.
I do, but I can't. I don't approve.
I'm about to
to-
say, yeah,
I
that sounds
don't-
like
I
something the
do
internet's
know.
going to destroy.
I do not approve.
I
As
kinda
it
figure
probably
Sam
should.
knew.
I know what it is. I'm not approving it.
Sam unapproved, therefore it's not good.
And guys, if Sam is unapproved minute, that means something because Sam don't really unapprove anything.
Trust
So-
me, it's not. It
So
shouldn't.
if he's saying it, it's like wow.
It's not a good idea for any Crunchyroll or Funimation or anybody else to pick it up. It's not a good idea. Not a good idea.
Which understandable, but I want to go back to Solo Learning. So, anybody want to add any last thoughts about Solo Learning, the series, the characters, what you guys like about the system, and like that? Because I can't really add too much since
I mean, the only thing, I mean, like, if I was to nitpick, which is literally what this would be, is a nitpick, is that it's just about leveling up, you know, at the end of the day. But it's fun to read that. So I mean, I can't be mad at it. But like, it's like, yeah, I know it's not super story heavy. You know, it's got some interesting points, but it's not super heavy. But it's like it's there to be a good time, and that's
I like how the story is written because exactly what you just said, Ray, is that the story is more built up to grow the characters.
I mean, the character is building up to
get the
basically
story.
fight the rest of the story. Exactly.
And that's the insane thing because I'm excited to continue reading with Sam now. Because from what a lot of fans last night was telling us that we're about to get to the meat of the. So I'm like, wait, so all we've been doing is just literally doing the prequel of what Villain Saga did, and
well, I mean, technically the prequel was everything up until chapter 37. Once you hit chapter 37, everything changes. Everything. So
true, but
37 onward is when like the real game starts, if you ask me.
To help it even more, if you guys like there's like some parts I did pay attention to. They did like it's like they reference a lot from a lot of shonen series.
They do.
They pick the best parts of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
and
was
add it to their own
saying they
series.
actually pick more from video games than they do from shonen.
they did video
True.
games.
Yeah,
True.
There's a lot of Dark Souls in this. Which
Me and
like,
Sam were talking about that last night. About
there's
D&D.
one boss that James is literally about to see in the next chapter that is like pulled right out of Dark Souls. And I was like, he looks sick as fuck. I was like, this looks so good, but it's literally a Dark Souls boss, and I'm like, yeah, bro,
my
you might
favorite,
die. It's so good.
My two favorite arcs is
Don't say nothing.
no. I'm gonna
I'm
just say
just prefacing it.
So
Be careful.
I'm gonna just say
Since
the
you-
orcs. I'm gonna just say the orcs.
Okay, fine.
That's all I can say
Okay.
because that's obviously that's very vague. That's very vague.
It is.
So, but the orcs, I love that, and the art style in that arc was amazing. But it's also I like it because we meet more characters and world build of the other S ranks.
So I heard that you didn't like the Goblin dungeon. What the heck, bro?
Who I didn't like the goblin? Oh, somebody said that or what?
Sam told me that you thought it was slow.
Goblin. What are you talking about? Doesn't ring a bell.
Assassin Hunter.
Yes, I wasn't a huge fan.
That fight was sick.
that was sick fight. I liked it. I enjoyed rereading that part.
No, I love it when I first read it with Sam back in March, but rereading it, it's just
Thank you, Abby. It's literally called solo leveling. Like, why would I care about anybody else? Nobody else is as interesting as him. I mean, there are some people who they basically build up to be a lot more interesting, especially in the part that we're talking about right now.
Bake.
There were some characters that they made way
Bake,
more
sorry.
interesting.
Baki, the
So-
way he analyzed stuff when he realized what's going on, it's like I love him for that reason because he's just not. It's just a a meathead like who's just an S rate. He's also
LSF,
knows
I
how
need you to
analyze.
make that, BB. I need you to make that. Go ahead and make that for us. And it could basically be about Miguel and you as best friends. They go around spoiling the rest of people's lives for them. It's like
we just saw the example. Ray gave Miguel an inch, and he just went in and just took a
he
mile.
kept going.
No,
Yep.
I did it. I just
You
said
took him out. You did.
No,
You
I
went
didn't.
too much now. You went too much for
You
James.
said too
now.
much. Yep.
You
I said
actually
too much.
did too much.
just
for
said
James.
You said too much.
You said too much.
But anyway, so solo leveling is great.
yes.
And I really enjoy it, and I'm glad I'm reading it. But I'm ready to get back to Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really ready to get back to that because that's still super fucking good. It's like JJK is incredible, so I'm ready to get back to that.
So I know we all love to enjoy talking of more solo leveling, but I want to know if the chat or if the people in the comments want to hear all of us talk even more about solo leveling. What's spoilers off? Like all spoilers for it?
I mean, we could do an episode like
I know.
solo leveling.
Wait,
Yeah.
would chat want us to do it right now for a couple of minutes, or would chat want another time?
No.
You let James get further ahead.
Yeah,
before we do
wait
that.
for
That is true,
James.
that is
Because I legitimately don't trust you to not spoil anything for James. Like legitimately, I love you, but I don't trust
can
you to
do
not
it.
spoil it for. No, you can't. No,
I
He is-
swear I will be caught up by this weekend.
I believe you.
promise.
I believe you too, but I'm like hoping Miguel doesn't like say something.
I won't. Come on. I know boundaries when it comes to this series. It's hype moments. I'm not gonna say.
Listen, Chad. We've always heard him say that before tragedy strikes. Every time we talk about it, he goes, "I know the boundaries," and then he spoils something. No.
It's equivalent
me,
to
I would- no, no.
cartoon characters that says what could
no.
possibly go wrong.
Yep.
I will not do it for James because for that exact reason. Because
But no,
If
we will.
somebody
Absolutely,
ruined
I
my
think that'll be a
moment-
good episode.
Yeah.
If somebody ruined the moments that I was hyped with Sam and screaming what I saw with said characters coming and everything, I would be mad about it. That's why. And I know James has said on the show he doesn't mind spoilers, he don't care. But for this series, seeing what it is and what hype moments happens, I would not want to ruin.
James does care. Don't speak for him.
Right? He has said it before on podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure about random
random
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, random stuff. If it's like an image or something like that,
Yeah.
like, there's no context. Like there's no information.
but when
Yeah.
you say certain things that certain people do,
Which
Shut
I'm not
up.
gonna do. Which I'm not gonna do. Which I'm not gonna say.
anyway. Yeah, I think we absolutely should plan an episode where we literally just talk about Solo Leveling once we're all caught up, which
Yeah.
won't be.
If anything, last week.
That'd be really soon.
I feel like that could
Pretty
be like our
soon.
end of year, like one of our end of year things, or early next year. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do
which
that.
would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you're even on the fence on reading it, I highly recommend
Yeah,
it. Like,
just go read the first 10 chapters
yeah,
and tell me
the
that
art's
you
really
and
good.
if you read the first
free.
10 chapters and you tell me you don't like it, cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
Like,
it's
yeah,
free,
that's
no
fine.
no cost whatsoever. Just read it in Tabby Tunes, right there, straight 15 chapters.
I
If
mean,
you-
I am mad that I had to download another like launcher, but it's also like,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
whatever. I
yeah.
got now. There's potentially more series that I didn't know about that I can discover here. So
Yeah, and I'm like, it's a little sad that they're not like webtoons where you can actually download the
Yeah, that's
chapters.
the
and
one
read it.
thing I
Yeah,
was upset
bro.
that I
I
can't
mean,
download.
I mean, it's also not cheap to read the whole series. To be completely
It's
honest, with
really
you.
not.
Oh,
It's not.
It's not, but I wish I could download it so I could read on my commute because I had to read it at work while I was supposed to do work. But I I didn't really care. But it was
Well, you hurt your knee.
there was
I
no
mean,
elevator
Solo
working.
Leveling, and he hit his knee.
Oh.
Are we still getting drunk on New Year's? If I'm around, I'll join y'all, but I don't know if I'm gonna be.
Yeah, we haven't gotten the
Here.
confirmation from Ray. We're
Yeah.
waiting for him, but we will
Yeah.
keep you guys tabbed. So
Yeah, I'll let
Yeah,
you know.
we will plan
Because
something.
if we
Yeah.
we might be back, but I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ray is going on vacation. We haven't gotten the confirmation. So once we know, we will tell you guys on social media and everything else.
And you're like, oh, Ray's traveling. Listen, I have an RV. I can go anywhere, and I see people for days. So it's fine. I'm traveling safely. Don't you worry. That's why we bought an RV, so I can literally go wherever I want and not have to see or touch or talk to a single person in person. It's great. So, still wait for you guys to review Records of Ragnarok. Share the real hype. Oh, okay. We'll put it on the list.
Speak, but,
On
but,
the list.
but
Time by
speaking
time.
of but speaking of shonen mangas, I want to go and touch into the technically official last chapter of Chainsaw Man Part 1.
Part 1. Thank you. Thank you. That made
Nice
me
pause,
very
though.
happy to see.
Nice pause, though. Nice pause,
That
though.
made me very, very, very happy to see.
I like what he's doing because he is very interesting. Instead of stopping the series, and he's going to continuation because Fire Punch was only 83 or 88 chapters. This
Well, I mean,
one is going
this
to
is kind
continue.
of like the dream if you think about it. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, all right, I finished my first core essentially, and it's like they want to pick it up as an anime. That gives me time to write the next core while they're working while I'm advising on the anime.
And then
Money!
he said, but
Money!
it's interesting. He said Jump Plus, and you know Jump Plus, you could
Yeah,
go
so
more
Jump Plus
crazy.
is 18, so we gonna see titty in this, and I can't wait.
I mean, I'm surprised they didn't do it much sooner, especially when they had to like pick out that chapter.
Yes.
But
So
I
I'm
think-
like, good. Now he can just do what he really wants to do. Essentially, is what it sounds like. It
And
sounds like he
plus-
censored himself a lot to be a
Right?
Jump.
Would you want to explain what Jump Plus is for those people that don't know?
I mean, Jump Plus is literally just like it's the. Remember Marvel, rated M comics. Essentially, this is what this is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
And
it's
also,
like,
it's website only exclusively.
yep, you can only look at it in a browser. There's no app for it yet. I'm sure there will be an app at some
I
point.
hope so.
But
That's an
right
update
now,
they
you can
need to
only
do.
read it in a browser, which is fine. It works. Everybody has a phone. So
And that's where they have Spy Family. That's where they have other series there as well.
Kaiju number 8.
Kaiju number 8, where people should read.
Kaiju number 8's great.
Please read Kaiju number 8. Please, it's so good.
By the
You
way,
will
they
not
shadow dropped
disappointed.
another chapter of One Punch Man. I don't know if y'all saw.
Yeah, I saw that. I read that.
I was like,
too.
man, what the hell? I read that too, but I was like, well, thanks, but I just had no idea it was coming out. So they're just gonna drop whatever they want now. It seems like
He gets the
So-
freedom. Like whatever contract he signed, he got
I'm
freedom
like-
of any time, any day.
that's true because it literally they all in now with just coming soon. They don't give a date no more.
Hey, better than Togata.
True,
And,
which is like it might happen.
And Empansu, ordeal might happen. Me and Sam, our discussion, because once we cut up to Solo Leveling. Next year in 2021, we plan to do 2 streams a month for Webtoon series. But Ordeal and 2 other ones me and Sam agreed to is on
Abby,
the deck.
same. I woke
So-
up and saw the Chainsaw Man stuff and was like, "Oh yeah, this is lit." I was real excited. Y'all know we love Chainsaw Man, so this is good.
Read Radiant. That's a French series for those who are interested.
Actually, that's
Radiant, that's French. So for those who are interested, that's a series that's like Fairy Tail. A lot of people tell me, but much better. That's what a lot of people tell me.
But yeah, Studio Mappa doing Chainsaw Man anime, and I think it makes sense. Like from, it's actually their like wheelhouse to do for this kind of anime for sure.
I listen, like Mappa's done a good enough job that I feel like it'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I really do think that it'll be alright.
They got
Especially
great
after
track
they're
record,
doing Attack on Titan. Like
They're
can't
doing they're doing right now
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
exactly, which is
They-
also doing really well. So
They did the animation work for God of High School, which the animation was,
the animation was
okay.
fine.
was
Yeah.
fine.
The story not so much.
No, no. Just I was talking about straight animation, just the straight animation. That's all I
Yep.
care about.
Yep.
Yeah, Mappa did a lot of good stuff. They know how to like work work it their way, and I have full on trust for their great track record for the past 2-3 years right now. If you ask me, so
For Ryan, I saw that you asked, "Why didn't we do the last Boruto chapter 52?" We did. So in case you do miss it, in case you miss it on our channel, just go to a playlist. Just like I was the same thing when on my hero coverage, Black Crow coverage, our streams do not. If we pass over 20 minutes, our streams do not go public unless you check the playlist until 24 hours later or a day later within 12 hours. So the best way to check is the playlist. So our Boruto review is there. The only one we didn't do last month was Dragon Ball Super. But Boruto we still do, even though if it happens on a Friday, we try to do it at least a day or so late. But it's there.
They're
I'll put
harder
the
to
link as
do
well.
on a Friday. Like
Yeah.
it's just we all have different schedules that don't line up well on Fridays. So
plus the weekly Shonen Jumps came up on that Friday too. So
Yeah,
it,
so it's hard
it was,
for
it
us
was
to kinda
really
make-
hard.
yeah, because it's a lot. That's a lot. So
Yeah, so like James and Ray has their own schedule on Fridays and so it's hard for us to kind of coordinate. So that's why if Jump chapters ever comes on Friday and we still put them on Sunday, now you guys know exactly why, because it's hard for us to coordinate our schedule. We do our best. We do actually on the group chat like, hey, guys free, you guys free? Oh no, can't wait till Sunday. Okay, so we wait till Sunday. So for those that are interested about that information, now you know exactly why.
yeah.
But yeah, I see change. So with the official of the anime coming out, I don't see it coming out until maybe 2022.
We don't know, because when they announce these type of things, they also could be in production already.
But say they
having the
probably
source
are
code.
already in production. I'm pretty sure they probably started.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can
So
see it happening. It seems like a summer anime, to be honest, if you ask me.
I hope it doesn't come out for summer, because remember, My Hero's already there. Other couple of series already got
Think
announced
about
for
it.
the summer,
But
spring.
like Chainsaw Man's got a cult following, and if it's done well, people gonna watch it.
That is true.
And it's weird. There's nothing else like Chainsaw Man out there.
James,
I
are
can
you
see it
still
taking
gonna
the
read it?
Fire Force slot.
I've only read like 2 chapters.
No, but I'm saying, like, are you still gonna read it, or are you gonna wait for the anime?
I'm definitely gonna read it. I'm definitely
Okay.
gonna read it, and then of course watch the anime when it drops.
Yeah.
people who's gonna be watching the anime, be ready, because you might feel depressed after like watching Chainsaw Man for sure.
Because from what I've seen, the art's really good, and I want to appreciate it. So I definitely want to check out the manga and read
They
it.
are bigger.
They are much bigger, actually.
Mhm.
Every time I look at it, I'm like, wow.
So
Okay.
glad you got into now Jump Plus now.
Yeah, exactly. You might see those.
Oh,
That'd be lit.
Yes.
Yeah, it was so one thing to say it, but then you say it like that.
Right?
Hey, I'm Vash.
Oh, man.
I'm the wholesome guy here.
The wholesome guy. Yep.
The wholesome guy. Yes.
Mhm.
yes
I
that's
mean,
right.
and for Christmas, he will be the wholesome guy. Yeah. hmm
Oh yeah, the hat's right here. That's
Ray
right.
Tojo, hey, read Unordinary.
Oh yeah, so
Read
we
it.
see. So.
Legit one of the first webtoons I got into.
So Empansu was telling us about Radiant more. He said it's more One Piece with magic. Radiant is not fairy tale at all. It's really different, and that's about, yeah. If I'm correct from what I saw, that's what he said. Yep. So he said like One Piece with magic. So that's pretty interesting.
I like
I mean,
Radiant. I haven't seen season.
Yeah,
2
Radiant's
yet.
all right. I haven't seen season
like
2
it.
either. But
Oh,
listen,
you watched the season one
Unknown is
anime.
kind of like how do an off-brand Invincible. So I mean, it's not bad.
Is that on
It's not
Webtoons?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah,
Okay, I'm about to check it right
it's
now.
not bad. I'm not saying it's the greatest thing ever, but it's not bad.
But is this a Slice of Life type series?
You'll have to read a synopsis or look into it.
Nobody pay much attention to John.
But yeah, while you're reading the synopsis, I want to go into our next line of news. So during phase 1 of our podcast, we actually did say the whole mom and dad got the divorce, Crunchyroll Funimation thing they broke up. But now mom and dad got back together, and Sony just parent trapped both of them.
I mean, Sony was like, "Aha! I'm gonna go do anime by myself with Funimation and the Ninja Turtles," and they were like, "Hey, actually, this ain't working."
It's true. It's true.
It's like, oh no, Crunchyroll had much better management and servers and an infrastructure and connections with people in the actual industry to buy licensed anime that we actually want to watch. Oh no, and so yeah, they lost, and so they're basically now losing money to gain money.
Yeah.
I mean, they should have
Yeah.
it should have been left alone, and they should have bought them both the first time.
Yeah, for sure.
So
It was
I'm
valued
happy-
a lot less than
Because there's more subscriber members for Crunchyroll than it was for Funimation, and although
Let's- we said this was gonna happen.
yeah, exactly.
When we talked we talked about them like splitting off basically Funimation from VRV, we were like, well, why didn't they just buy the whole thing?
Mhm.
We were like, this is dumb. Like, why would you just buy the catalog of Funimation? And here we are talking about this later on. Hey, we forgot the other half. My bad. So fine.
So
This is a great move. Like I
it's a great
only
move.
go to Funimation for dub. Like I don't go to Funimation for anything else.
Well, y'all know that I don't watch anything that goes to Funimation because it's not on VRV. If it's not on
Yeah.
VRV, I'm not gonna watch
so
it.
that's what I'm curious about.
Or
What?
Amazon.
Yeah. So that's what you said exactly right in the nail. Verve used to be in the partnership right in the middle to control the High Dive, control the Rooster Teeth, the Crunchyroll, the Funimation. It was the hub of everything, and all you had to do was just pay Verve, and you get the hub of everything, and you get access to that.
Mhm.
Now I'm curious to know because also Crunchyroll had the partnership with HBOMax to license them to give them some series. So now I'm curious to know how.
I think that's about to get yoinked.
yeah,
now
I feel
what-
like
So
So
now I'm
they'll be
curious
like,
to
we
know-
just paid too much damn money. Yoink.
exactly that. What I'm curious is that how's 2021 going to look like for the streaming service of Crunchyroll Funimation / Verve? How's that going to look? Are they going to merge? Is there going to be one account now?
Those will
There's gonna be one
those will
payment?
go. Those will all go back underneath the VRV umbrella. I think.
That's what I'm
And
curious
they're
to
gonna
know.
push it like Funimation. Like Funimation can't exist by itself. Let's be real. And that's why they're buying this.
And
So
that's
it'll
why
go back
also-
under that umbrella. Yeah.
Because
I honestly think the UI is garbage. If I'm being honest, I do
Oh,
not like
it's-
the UI for Funimation at all.
there's servers in everything. PlayStation, on my smart TV is horrible.
Yeah, the apps, the Funimation apps are terrible.
I haven't found the only good the only good working Funimation place is the desktop. And that's very disappointing because as much as I
Yes.
love as much as I love to sit on my computer and edit, chill with you guys all the time, I sometimes want to just lay in bed and just watch anime. And sadly, I cannot do on Funimation.
There's only one anime on Funimation that I cannot find anywhere else, and that's Kaze no Stigma. And that's one of my favorite anime ever. So that's one of the only reasons.
My boy.
Besides
Yes.
that, and
I think that's how we bonded the first time. By the way.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was one of the first things
we.
we talked about.
Uh-huh.
And by the way, for what Ray just said, if you ever curious to know how Phase 1 podcast look like, me and Sam is working on posting all the old episodes for Phase
Don't
1.
do that.
How we
Oh,
used to
God.
look,
Uh-uh.
how Phase 1 happened
Uh-uh.
is going to be on Patreon.
I better
So
get
if
a
you guys
cut.
are-
Mm-mm.
So
Now,
if you guys-
now I'm demanding royalties.
So if you guys are curious about it, if I'm correct, Sam says it's gonna be on the $5 tier or the $10 tier, right?
I'm gonna need it to be a new tier, a Ray tier, $26. All right,
All right, Ray said the $26 tier because that's
$26
how
tier.
we all look. It was last week we were all staring how we all look, and we were in shape. We were like, damn, that's how we look.
Yeah, bro.
Every set look different. We all have lost some weight since then, or some of us have
Yeah.
gained some weight too. So it's like,
don't
and I
talk.
think
Don't
some
talk.
change.
Leave me alone, okay?
I'm talking about myself, man.
I'm kidding. I
I
know.
get away from them
It's all
for
right.
2 years.
Our foreheads are the same size though.
So
So
yo, my forces look the same.
yeah.
But wow, time flies. But anyway,
Mhm.
whew,
But yeah, I'm very excited about this merger, dude. Because
I'm
again,
curious about it though. More than
Funimation
anything.
has a lot of the English dub that I want to watch, and if it's all gonna come together with Crunchyroll, do it. It just makes perfect sense to me.
But hopefully they don't break up again in 2 years. Hopefully this is a merger that, well, technically it got bought by this time. It's not a partnership. It got bought, right?
Sony bought Crunchyroll
So technically
for
there shouldn't be.
1.2 billion.
They
They
I mean
own it.
they see it. They see how well it's doing. Like it's only grown since they last messed with them financially. And so it's like,
Yeah.
well,
But
we should have done this the first time. Now we just need to like make
But
the
the
investment
question-
because it's only going to get bigger.
Crunchy Original, would it get rebranded,
No.
No,
or was this the ex Crunchy Original?
They just now they'll have extra money to throw into those projects.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, to offer for those projects essentially, not to just to put into it because that's not how business works. So I'm fine for this. Like I'm
as far as those titles still on HBO Max, I think they're gonna be there for at least a year or two.
I mean, whatever they contracted them for, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll like fulfill the contract with it. I'm sure they will not get renewed because they're like, no, we want you to come to our service for all of our anime now. So
And one thing,
plus
also,
HBO Max is kind of like in a weird spot right now, which is strange. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, they have
that's-
work to do.
Yeah, they do. Like that's the only service that I'm kind of like,
they need to.
are
have
you
a-
gonna make it? It's
they
weird.
they need to have they need to have a big corporate meeting and have a communication with everything that they just announced this past week. Because I know the directors, everybody was furious of what they just did this past week to announce that, hey, we're gonna put everything that's slated for 2021. That was just wild, and no communication across any type of with directors, the partnership studios, and everything.
Yeah, and that was some of my biggest issues, dude. Like, Legendary paid for 75% of the production budget for Dune. How do you not tell Legendary that you're just gonna dump all of these movies onto HBO Max for the first 30 days? Like, it's completely unfair. The least you could, because legally they can do whatever they want. Legally, they own the distribution rights, but it's just right to tell the people involved that made the movie
Mhm.
that this is the game plan that you're gonna do.
You
I
would
don't know.
think. You would think, but what do I know? Oh man. So no, I'm really curious to see what other people think about this. I've seen a lot of people. I've seen actually like a mixed bag on this. Some people don't like it. Some people like it, and I'm like, okay. I mean, yeah, corporations bad. I get it, but it's also like good because it kind of secures the future for us and these things to continue to being localized and simulcast to us, which I appreciate. So,
But that's what I'm curious of what you just said, the simulcast. So
Mm-hmm.
now voice actors are different from dub and from Crunchyroll and Funimation. I'm curious to now that
well, hopefully they still get paid.
that's one. I'm curious to know is that does this give them more opportunity for more jobs for them? And that's what I hope so.
I would
Because
like to
this-
think so.
I hope that it gives them in a way in a positivity route where they give more opportunity for the employers and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm about it. Like I said, I don't mind this. This is something I figured should have happened a while ago, to be completely honest. So, as long as they don't like gatekeep it to PlayStation or some bullshit, it'll be fine.
And I hope they don't try to censorship or anything like that. Now that's under
Hey,
like
yo.
a bigger umbrella.
Let me finish. The midnight version of Why You Here, Sensei, and then they can do whatever they want. So, okay, just saying. There's like 4 editions of that show on PRV. It's hilarious, but there's only one that you should watch.
That
And
is
it's
What
the-
in terms of how censored it is?
There's like
3 versions.
literal settings. So it's like max, medium, none, and it's great. I love it. So real DJ hours, you know what I'm saying?
Give me 1 second. For those that are asking, Sam, audio got mixed up for some reason, so that's why I was trying to help him out there. For some reason, Zencaster is not picking his audio no more.
Did Sam die?
Oh no.
He's still there, but the audio, probably his mic or something got disconnected. I don't know.
Oh man, he got cast into the shadow realm. Well, I miss you, Sam.
He's just there waving. He's like, I think I got stuck here.
By the way, since it's coming back now, you have no excuse but to watch Yu Yu Hakusho now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, at this point, I don't even care if you don't watch Hunter x Hunter anymore.
I'm telling you.
Just watch Yu Yu Hakusho.
Watch Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm telling you. And then you'll want to watch Hunter x Hunter. Like you'll have a sensation to watch it.
Yes. And just tell me
Golly.
how awesome the Dragon of the Darkness Flame is.
That's
when you see it.
And how the Dark Tournament arc is better than the whole
Yes.
exam.
Yes, I will.
Yes.
I will absolutely agree with that. The Dark Tournament slaps the Chunin exam straight up, bro. Even the young Tagiro fight,
Yeah, bro.
is better. I'm like, come on, man.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, Yu Yu
Yu's coming
Hakusho
back.
was supposed to come back. I mean, there was like news like 2 years ago,
That's
and then
true.
just
I mean,
nothing
but,
happened.
I thought it's hilarious that Bleach came back before it. So,
Right?
like, I thought Bleach was gonna be like, nope, we're done with that forever. And they're like, by the way, uh, so that'll be nice. But yeah, next year's gonna be wild, bro. I'm like, I gotta hurry up and catch up on One Piece for real though, because next year once it starts, I ain't gonna have time. Because I'm like, Dr. Stone's coming, Bleach is coming, Shaman King's coming. There's so much happening next year, man.
If you don't realize it, that of how much is coming out next year itself, let me get it. It's literally Dr. Stone already got announced on. It's coming out on a Thursday too. So coming on a Thursday. Yeah, it got switched from Friday from last time it came out to Thursday. We have Slime coming out. We have The Promised Neverland season 2. Dr. Stone Stone Wars. We have 7 Deadly Sins that nobody cares about no more.
Unless they fix the animation, then I'll care. For real.
Yeah,
maybe.
That's really the biggest issue.
If they fix that, I will absolutely start watching 7 Deadly Sins again.
And where is this other one that Sam told me to watch? It's a ecchi one. Is Isekai. He said that James and me will like this a lot. Ray might not.
What is it?
Is the hidden dungeon only I can enter? Is the English name?
Interesting. Sam says no, bro. What are you talking
And
about?
the other one that Sam said is good or might be good is the jobless one. Where's the name of that one? So Sam is like, yep, I'm gonna do sign language for the whole time.
Jobless one. That's too close to home almost, bro.
He's like, yep. He's like, yeah, that's close to home.
Okay.
It's called Moshoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation.
B-Stars. I'm gonna finish that.
It has 2 cores
next year, by the way. I'm gonna finish B-Stars next year.
It's so funny of how well I know Sam when he's doing sign language. I know what he's trying to tell me.
Hey, Inuyasha came back too, but so technically that's not Inuyasha. That's why it's not good.
There's a sequel.
It's a sequel.
Yeah.
Had they been like, yeah, we're gonna continue Inuyasha, that would have been different. But no, it's a sequel. It's not.
And I hear a lot of cons more than pros for the series.
There are people who like it, but it's like, no, I couldn't do it.
I mean, I couldn't get into Inuyasha, so
I liked some of Inuyasha back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But like, no, thank you.
Because I was like, oh, there's a cooler guy with a 9-tailed fox right over here. I don't care.
Don't care. But My Village Academia is on the way, and that's gonna be wild.
Yes,
that's gonna be wild, bro.
Yes.
Joe and I.
I'm still really curious to see how to do that. Yeah, B-Stars. I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna finally watch that.
I'm excited for B-Stars to see because I read what happened in the manga. So I can't wait to see. Like I think I read only 5-10 chapters what happened right after season 1 ended, and I can't wait to see. It's gonna be really curious. I think it's still gonna be 1 core only. If it's still gonna be 1 core only.
I'm sure that'll be fine.
You still dead? Come back.
He said he can't.
Oh
man, this sucks.
Oh, is it because he's the one that's running the thing?
Yep.
Oh. Rip.
Dude, like damn.
Huh? I mean, well, what we could do is we could just close this one, just start up a new one, and just kind of take the time code, and then just start a new one and combine them.
Or Sam, open a new web browser incognito mode for your
He said no.
for Google
he
Chrome.
said
No,
no.
okay, cool. All right, cool. So I guess for the next 20 minutes or so, no more Sam. All right, damn. So there's gonna be just a Sam.
Man, it's like the Black Clover reviews all over again.
He's here, but not really.
Not really.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that he still hangs out with us when we do Black Clover, but he just stays quiet the whole time.
Yeah, said, poor me. Oh God, he's got notes.
He got notes. He's gonna be like little marker, little wipe. He like, guys, help me.
Well, what else do we have to talk about so we don't have to leave Sam in the silence for too long?
And but Fire Force is gonna end this Friday.
Is it?
Yeah.
I need to catch up. I let those stack up.
Yeah.
So
So
just
Fire
sit and watch
Force
them all.
episode 24 of season 2 is gonna end this Friday, and I'm really curious to know how it's gonna end because they haven't yet announced for like a season 3, which obviously it has to have a season 3.
I mean, I'm sure it will.
It
Yeah,
will.
it
But
will.
I love the most recent like Fire Force season 2 over season 1 for sure.
I mean,
Within
yeah.
story wise, hell yeah.
I mean,
Ogun,
fights too.
Ogun, Tamaki, Juggernaut.
I would say
everything
the
has been
one
popping.
Ogun fight was like better than most of the fights in season 1, minus the stuff with Benny Maru.
Yeah.
Oh,
And but
That's
Benny
going to be a
Maru too.
reoccurring theme.
Yeah.
When you see the third season, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, season 3 is the best out of the last 2 because it
That's-
just gets better and
That's
better."
good though. I
That is
like when
great.
series do that. That means that the writer is like, yeah, okay, no, I have better ideas, and it gets better as I
Yeah.
keep going. That's great. I love that.
They get to a point where everything changes, and then it's like, "Well, shit, I didn't even think this was possible."
Chat said Sam's too wholesome for incognito mode. You don't know Sam. You don't know
say-
Sam at all.
He's the one that taught me to go into incognito mode.
Man,
You know,
that's
my phone.
hilarious. Yeah, your phone. I wish we had emotes on here because that's what we would need. Miguel's phone.
all the webtoon that me and Sam spoke about reading is called a webtoon. Is called Omniscient Reader. Omniscient Reader, and that's from the same artist that does Solo Leveling as well.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Cool.
and this is a shorter series. I think it's only.
You know, I appreciate good art, but you know, nobody's gonna be Murata, so it's all fine.
I think this one. I think is
Like everything else is just fine compared to what he does. To be completely honest,
this. Oh, this
and
is,
that's no knock. It's just some people are just way more talented. You know, it's like
Yeah, it just
Jordan,
is what it is.
and then there's everybody else. You know,
Yeah.
like that's what it is.
Ray. This has 24 chapters. So if you ever
Oh, for
curious
real?
for a quick read, just
Put it in our group chat.
copy. But this is another series a lot of people has recommended me and Sam to read, and has great art and everything.
Sweet.
Let's see. What else was in the news that Sam put for us to see? Chance of Man, Warner Brothers. Oh, about the Deadpool and the Samurai manga that's being launched on Jump Plus as well. Technically tomorrow's supposed to launch. Oh damn!
Huh?
I missed that completely. That
what the
sounds
heck?
One
dope.
shot. It's a one shot.
Oh,
That's awesome.
So I'm
Okay.
really curious to know about that. To see if this succeeds and everything, if it becomes more. One
Okay.
step closer to a Deadpool kills the Shonen Jump universe. Technically, guys, I'm just reading what Sam is writing. so I'm technically reading it for him.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's pretty dope as well. So I totally forgot that comes out tomorrow on Jump Plus. That's exciting. I can't wait to see it actually there. That'd be pretty dope. And by the way, guys,
Deadpool Samurai.
Yep. By the way, guys, if you have any questions in the chat, let us know if you have any questions. Oh, Light is here.
Except that one. Don't read. That's not a good question. Nope. It's a terrible question.
Okay. Racist and hey, James, do you want to read that? Read that question?
No, I actually can't even see it. It's
Yep.
blurry for
Damn.
some reason. I don't even see what it says. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, Light, how could you do this to me? I thought we was boys. All right, cool. I see how you feel now.
Huh.
Yeah, it's in some trash language that I just can't read.
Ah.
I don't speak garbage.
Yeah, just pulling my heartstrings. Yeah, just saying that this shit is trash.
Oh man.
Watch Golden Kama is so good, better than Gintama, and much shorter with good comedy. I've heard about.
I hear
Golden Kamuy.
nothing but good things about Golden Kamuy, by the way. Nothing.
Yeah.
Same.
Sam watched I think the 2 seasons. What are you saying? I can't even read that. I watched.
Watch
that-
go. Okay, so Sam's watched it.
Yeah. You watched first 2 seasons, right? You haven't watched season 3 yet, right? Or you have watched season 3?
We're reading Sam's help notes from the Shadow Realm.
He is up to date. He's up to date.
LSF, you gotta get out. You gotta
Did
go.
you say GT's better than Super, bro?
You gotta
Listen,
go,
I know Super has problems, but GT
Yes.
is boring.
GT better.
I love you, bro.
I love you too, but yeah, like GT is all right, but like, and it's like I'm telling you, Super is not really good, but GT is boring as hell. Like GT has some hype moments.
Honestly, this is just
But
funny.
I would, bro.
This is hilarious.
We can have this
It's-
conversation if you want. I mean, like there's a lot of just Ultra Instinct itself, like as a thing that beats most of GT for me.
Oh yes,
And I think Ultra Instinct until like later on is kind of whack. So
I definitely agree. And for those that are listening to the audio version of the podcast of this, take yourself a treat, but also go watch the YouTube version because this is funny. Because
go back
we're
to
laughing.
bed.
Yo, when we
it's
get you
awkward.
back on the podcast, you have to defend GT.
Oh no, you know
You
who
and
he is.
Miguel can.
Listen,
I will be
listen,
with him.
listen
I
here,
will-
bro.
I will
The
be
beans on
with
the
him
pizza, bro.
fighting.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. Listen here, bro. The GT is the best because Vegeta, bro. Yeah, and then the Dragon Balls, bro. Yeah, bro. On me mom, bro.
I will be.
I love you, bro.
He literally gave the accent. Okay, I'll be honest. Dragon Ball. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, not the worst take I heard this week.
Dragon. I love
So-
my boy LSF. Y'all, if y'all don't know, I ain't got mad love for that dude.
So, Bryce, what is the worst take you heard this week? And please tell me it's from James, because if it's from James, I will laugh. Because I'm like, James don't have bad takes. You usually don't. So I'm like, my mom. My mom.
I will always give credit where credit's due. The Dark Dragon Balls
was cool as hell.
That was a cool
Yeah.
idea. It's just like as much as Ray James could cut ass on me. I love GT because of the ideas, but the poor executions will ruin it. But they had great ideas for it.
Agree. No, it had fantastic ideas for the Dragon Ball series. I'll never take that away from it. Straight up,
Hell
let's just say, yeah, the execution was boring as hell.
And I could go for it. The only reason I enjoy it is because I technically really did grow up with it when it was premiering.
And that's fine, man.
and-
Nostalgia's a hell of a drug.
And I know if you ask me, would I say GT is bad? As a story perspective, I'll be honest. Yes, as a critic, I'll be honest about it. But if you ask me as a fan, I will say I will rewatch it and I'll enjoy the same way as I enjoyed back then. But as a critic and as a fan and as people that we're doing this as a YouTuber and everything, as fun, I'll be honest. It sucks ass. GT sucks.
Yeah,
Same thing
just
for
like
Super.
just
And
like
Dragon
the
Ball Z.
movie Batman Returns. People for some reason thinks that's a good movie
Which is
when
not.
it's a piece of garbage,
I don't
and you
know
only
why.
like it because of nostalgia.
Yeah, I don't know why people.
It's
that's,
not.
No, that's
It's-
just bad taste, bro.
Garbage movie.
It's so
It's-
bad.
it's-
But yeah, I'm with you on Absalon though. If y'all don't know what Absalon is, go get on YouTube.
I do
bro.
not know what.
Get
I
on,
do
get
not
on, get on. You. There are some fan made Dragon Ball like series that like, and this is one of like the better ones. Straight up, like go check it out. It's wild, bro.
Wait, I'm sorry.
It's
Yeah, I have
basically
not
it's
seen that
basically
series.
after GT, but it's much better.
Oh, there's 19 episodes of it.
Yeah, bro.
All right, and they're not that long. Okay, cool. I will send the full. Oh, wait, no, go back.
I have watched Absalon. Like I was a Dragon Ball AF. I remember that too. Goodness gracious.
I remember AF.
So there's another series that I have to remember the name of on YouTube. The animation is not super great, but that's because it's fan made. But it's actually really interesting. Like there's like they've created some ridiculous stuff in this series. I'm like, wait, because like
And James, I just
What
sent
is
in the
it?
link in the group chat.
Pan's an actual character, and then like there's another daughter that's evil. So like Pan gets like the Majin curse. It's wild, bro. Some stuff happens in this, and I'm like, this is sick. Team 4-star? Rip. No, it's not Team 4-star.
But Dragon Ball Heroes, even though they're short clips, they're entertaining for what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
for what
just
they
dumb
are,
stuff. Yeah. What'd you guys think of the last Chainsaw Man chapter? No spoilers. Were you just confused or said? If anybody look, okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you. If anybody says, "Yeah, man, I completely understand what's happening in Chainsaw Man,"
You're out
I'm
of
gonna
your
call
mind
you a
and you're
fucking
lying.
liar. You're a liar. You're a liar.
Unless
Unless you
truly,
have a wall full of Chainsaw Man notes with yarn spread across that pulls together each thread,
you'd be like,
you're a liar.
if you tell us that you understand what the hell's going on and know where the story is going, then please DM us and join
Please
our review.
please tell me.
We want to know, or join our Discord. Tell us, because we would love to know something. Because there are times where we read the chapter and Ray be like, "I don't know what to talk about in the review." I'm like, I kind of do.
I feel like I can read into the context of the story really well sometimes, but Chainsaw Man just nope, nope, not at all.
I'm just
I feel
laughing
like-
thinking what Bryce
I feel
said.
like man, he just goes like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna write about this, but then I'm gonna change my mind." And yeah, unless you're Fujimoto, you don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
I wonder if the editors themselves know when they read the chapter, be like,
I am Fujimoto's assistant, like. Oh man.
no, but truly, like, I wonder if his editors, when they get the rough sketch of what's the next week chapter, next month chapter, they'd be like, okay, Fujimoto, let's see what you did. And they'd be like, yeah, great chapter. But in his head or her head, they'd be like,
I don't know
what I
going
just
on.
read.
Yeah, looks good. I don't know what I read though.
They'd be like,
Oh, man.
wait, throughout this 16 pages, you only have 3 panels of words?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Sure, go ahead. It's
And
like, what?
this makes sense.
All right, Sam, can you read this more up? Wait, more up? Editors, do you understand this? Editor 2, no, but we make money.
Make money. Fair.
That's true. They get sales. And plus, Chainsaw Man just passed 5 million?
5 million.
Yeah, 5 million. Which is great.
That's
again,
a great number for a series.
It's
like
Sam,
Chainsaw
that's
Man.
worldwide or that's Japan only?
Yeah, I
Worldwide?
thought
Okay.
that was worldwide circulation as well.
That's
Yeah.
great. That is some great numbers for that. That's great numbers for the series because it deserved it.
Do y'all
And-
remember? And this is okay. So now we're going down an old school YouTube rabbit hole. Do y'all remember Sonic's Quest for Power?
I do not.
I do
Oh
not.
my god, it's a stupid, dumb Flash thing that's ridiculous. Does it still exist? I'm gonna look it up because this is a live show. Quest for Power. Is this
And
a real
guys-
thing? It is
and guys,
still a
if you
real
remember
thing
this,
on Newgrounds, and I'm pretty sure it's also on YouTube.
give me
We
Pochita
put
stuff
stuff animal.
Yes.
I want. Yep, we need that.
They
Mhm.
should, and I hope they will. Because
Man,
it
Newgrounds
deserves-
has some weird stuff, bro. But also some real good stuff, if you know what I'm saying. So.
I think I got Rob Hart made like 20K from the. Oh yeah, it's
Oh, we did see that. They absolutely did rob her. As much money as Demon Slayer made the movie, she
But that's the
didn't
same
get no
thing.
money.
But that's the same thing when it comes to books and comics being adapted into movies. The creators get only 10% or
Still,
even less.
That's bold, bro.
It's the same thing. Like it's
That's
how the
terrible.
business
That's
works.
a terrible contract.
But that's how all in that industry works. That if you have the book license, you have the only book license. You don't have the movie license, so you don't get a lot of the fragment of the whole money income that you just got made, and that
Yep,
sucks. Like,
we'll give you a producer credit and a paycheck,
And
and,
that's
you
it.
can go away.
but she will get more book sales. Yes, and that
Hopefully.
sucks.
Yeah.
Big, but that's how. If people want to know,
82 million.
but exactly what Ray just said. If you want to support her of what the movie budget that she did not get back from the income, support her by buying her the book. That's where she gets most of her money. Support her by buying more volumes, which will break more records if you guys do that. But the more you do, the more money that she will get back. That's how the business works, and that's the sad truth.
But as much as I want to keep going, we lost our boy Sam, and I can't read. I can't. What
Yeah.
is this? What does this
Hey,
say?
lower. But
What?
she will get more back.
Oh, okay.
sale.
Book
Oh,
sale. You probably get more
store too.
Yeah, probably. Oh man, yes. What a fun time. You know, now we've become messengers for Sam. But that's technology, bro. That's how it's been.
Does Sonic versus Nazo count as a Dragon Ball series?
Almost, yeah.
Huh.
But Light is right. The creator of Harry Potter is a billionaire because she had better contract writers.
Yeah, sure.
Like
Yeah.
that's it. Like that's what it was. She had better contract writers that got her more royalties, and that's why she makes so much money off of anything Harry Potter now. So
And
she will make money forever, even though she's a terrible person. So
that's how it works.
yep, it'd be like that sometimes. But well, hey, Miguel, I guess it's Sam can't take us home, so it's your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay, so all right. So as much as you know the drill, Ray, James, give out your plugs.
James.
Yeah, you guys can follow me here every single week on the Anime Lately podcast. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Careful for Spoilers. Do movie reviews, reaction videos. I'm doing a lot more movie and TV show news now, so check me out over there and follow me on social media, all at JB Exclusive.
And guys, if you do want to check a rant, go check his Warner Brothers thing, because I was laughing at work. I was showing my coworkers, and they said like they said, does he have an accent? Like, yes, you hear the accent, don't it? But he's like, oh, it's cool. I'm like, yeah. His rants are amazing, guys. His rants are awesome as well.
But if you could tell, we're in the show. We would keep going, but it's we're missing our boy Sam, and I don't think it's for him to just sit here and be like, I'm here, but I'm not here.
I read that as Larry Knights. What?
Laryngitis.
Laryngitis.
Laryngitis. Did you just read a Greek god name? What's wrong with you? Anyway,
It's what I
appreciate y'all for watching.
with that pixelation of it. I'm like Larry Hides? Larry Knight? What?
Oh my god! But y'all know who I am at this point. I'm Ray Apollo. You know where to find me on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch as Ray Apollo, RayAPOLLO. We love talking about anime. We love having y'all here. So thank you so much for watching. You're wonderful. Miguel, who are you and where can they find you?
Well, before they say about me, Sam is where you can find him as Sam, the Manga Man, on IG, Twitter, Discord, where you can hear him talking about Chainsaw Man and about Makima being poop and everything else in our channel in Discord servers, where you'll find and more solo leveling content and pictures of where we post or where we're reading. It's all there. Join our Discord. Everything is there for that. And you can find me at Sam at Sam the Mega Man. I just said that for him. And for myself at Legendary Vash. And we apologize for ending the show. Usually we do a tower show, but as Ray said earlier, that we lost one man down, and also we spoke most of the topic books of the topic shows already. So it was nice having you guys. We will be back here next week on the 16th. We will keep you guys informed and tapped, and we will be doing the show on the Christmas week, 23rd, and the New Year's week as well. So keep on tab. By following us on social media, following each of us individually on social media, everywhere else, it's in the description down below for all the links where we can find us. See you guys in the next one. Mangas, solo leveling, and everything else we do. Stay tuned. See you guys.
Yeah, bruv. Oh, my mom. This was great.
On my life.
Oh, my mom. This was great.